Hello, very good morning to all. This side Gagan Thakral from Krishna Engineering College. Today we will discuss about lecture 4 of web technology. In this lecture, the basic terminologies which are used are: first is variable. Variable is a name of memory location. A variable is very simple thing that is name of memory location and which have ability to store different kind of values. Data types. Data types are used to specify types of variables. And package is a collection of predefined classes which contains predefined methods which are ready to use, is known as package. Variables. Variables is a name of memory location. There are three types of variables in Java, that are local variable, instance variable, and static variables. Local variables. Local variables are those variables that is declared inside the method is known as local variable. If we are define a variable inside the function, then it is known as local variable. Instance variable, a variable that is declared inside the class but outside the method, is known as instance variable. Instance variable never declared as static method. Static variable, a variable which is declared with the help of static keyword, is known as static variable. It cannot be a local variable. Data types. Based on the data type of a variable, the operating system allocates memory and decides what can be stored in the reserved memory. Therefore, by assigning different data types to the variables, you can store integer, decimals, or characters in these variables. There are two data types available in Java, that is primitive data types and reference object data types. And these data types are represented with the help of a diagram. Data types. Data types in Java: primitive data types and non-primitive data types. Primitive data types are those data types which are defined by the language, or Java language provides data type that is known as primitive data types. Primitive data types are generally divided into two parts: numeric and non-numeric data types. Numeric data types are integer and floating point. Non-numeric data types are character and boolean. And non-primitive data types are also known as derived data type. These data types are derived from primitive data types, and these data types are special data types which are derived from primitive data types. Non-primitive data types examples are classes. Classes are user-defined data type which is derived from the primitive data type. Arrays. Array is a collection of similar data type and which is derived from the primitive data type. Interface. Interface is very similar to class. It is also user-defined data type, and it is also non-primitive data type, and it is also derived from the primitive data type. The Java integer primitive types. There are some examples. Java primitive data types, for example, byte. Byte takes size 8 bits or 1 bytes, 1 byte. If we assign values to 8 bit, then 2 raised to power 8 is equal to 256. 256 is divided into two parts: half portion for negative values and half for positive values. Then minus 128 to minus 1, 128 parts are for negative values, and 0 to 127, total 128 parts for positive values. 0 we consider positive value. So 2 raised to power 8, 256. The range of 256 is from minus 28, 128 to plus 217. A, another data type is short. Short uses 2 bytes or 16 bits. 2 raised to power 16 is equal to 2 raised to power 16, 2 raised to power minus 2 raised to power 15 plus 2 raised to power 15 minus 1. it will provide the range of short int. In Java, integer takes 4 byte space, yani, that means 32 bits. 2 raised minus 2 raised to power 31 2 plus 2 raised to power 31 minus 1. It is the range of integer in Java. Long takes 64 bit space. 2 raised to power 63 minus 2 raised to power 63 to 2 raised to power 63 minus 1. It is the range of long. Primitive data types. There are some examples, more examples of primitive data types in Java: byte, short, int, long, float, double, boolean, character. These are the primitive data types in Java. Few we discussed in last slide, and another are these. Reference data types. Reference variables are creating using defined constructors of the classes. They are used to access objects. These variables are declared to be a specific type that cannot be changed. For example, employee, class objects, and various types of array variables come under reference data type. Default value of any reference variable is always null. A reference variable can be used to refer to any object of the declared type or any compatible type. Example: animal is a class, animal, small animal is object, and it is initialized with the help of new keyword, and then again class name animal, and giraffe. Giraffe is the value assigned to the animal object by using constructor. Now we will discuss about the Hello World application or Hello World program in Java. In Java, if we want to print a single statement, then it is mandatory to use class. Without creating class, it is not possible in Java to print a single statement. So first of all, we create class with the help of class keyword. Here, the class name is Hello World. The definition of class always starts with the curly braces, and this is the main method of Java program, public static void main, which accepts string type array as a argument. Here public is access modifier. It represents that main is accessible anywhere in this program. Static keyword is used to access main method without creating any instance or object. Void is a return type, that means main function does not return any value. Main is the function name of main function, and it will accept as a string type array to accept the command line arguments. So main function accept string type array to accept the command line arguments, which are passed with the help of Java interpreter. If somebody passed command line in, arguments, that will store automatically in this string type array args. And it is not mandatory that name of the array should be args. It can be user defined. We can define it as A, B, C, X, Y, Z, or args. Then definition of main function contains system.out.println. System is predefined class. Println is method to display the output in Java. And the hello world is the statement which we want to print in Java, that is represented in the double quotes as a argument of println function. Then definition of main function closes, and the definition of class closes. This is our simple Java program to print statement in Java. Now we will discuss how Java program works. First of all, we will write our Java source code, that is .java file, or source code contains extension .java. Then javac, Java compiler, compile this source code and create intermediate code, that is bytecode, whose file extension is .class. and it is also known as virtual machine of Java, and it will provide portability to Java, and this code is accessible at any machine. It is platform independent. Now this bytecode is accessible by the Java interpreter. Java interpreter is represented by the keyword Java in JDK. Java interpreter reads this dot class file or bytecode file and generates machine code and finally provide output to the user. And this is the process of converting bytecode into machine code. Bytecode is generated with the help of Java compiler and machine code is generated with the help of Java interpreter. Java source code is converted into bytecode with the help of Java compiler. Sometimes it is executed with the help of Java interpreter, and sometimes it is executed with the help of applet viewer or browser when we use applet program in Java. Package in Java. Package, the term package may be defined as a collection of predefined classes which contains predefined methods which are ready to use is known as package. These packages are very similar to header files in C and C++. Header file contains predefined methods and package contains predefined classes which contains predefined methods. Syntax: how to import package in Java. Import java.packagename.class name. If we want to import all the classes of a package, then the syntax is import java.packagename.star. It will include all the classes of a particular package. If we want to select a particular class, then it is represented by this import java.packagename.class name. If we want to import the whole the classes of a particular package name, then the syntax is this. It will include all the classes of this package in our program. uh, there are some example of packages in Java, and these packages are lang package. Lang package contains predefined classes for mathematical operations, math class to perform mathematical operations. IO package, input output package, it is also known as input output package, and this package contains predefined classes for input output operations. For example, data input stream, buffer reader class. Applet, next is applet package. Applet package contains predefined classes for applet programming. Example is applet class. AWT abstract window toolkit, this package contains graphical interface, predefined classes for graphical interface. Example is text class, checkbox class, button class are the examples of AWT package. And swing is advanced version of AWT package, and it also contains predefined classes for graphical interface. .NET package. .NET package contains predefined classes for networking. Example socket, server socket classes are the example of .NET package. Util package, it contains Java utility classes. For example, scanner class is predefined in util package. There are some examples. Lang package, basic language utility. Example is math class, which we already discussed. IO package, basic input output package. Example, data input stream class, buffer reader class. Applet package for applet programming. Example, applet class. AWT abstract window toolkit contains predefined classes for form control. Example, text box, checkbox, radio button. Swing, advanced version of AWT, and this is represented by J text. J keyword is used in AWT package, AWT classes. Net contains predefined classes for networking. Example, socket, server socket are the examples of .NET package. How to use package in Java. Now we will discuss very simple program to calculate square root of number using package in Java. First of all, we require to import the package math, package lang for math class, which we want to use in our program. import java.lang.math. Here lang is package and math is predefined class in lang package. Then first of all we require to create a class. I earlier mentioned that it is not possible to create a single program or print a single statement without creating class in Java. So first of all we require to create a class keyword is used to create a class, then class name my class sqrt, and definition of class start with the curly braces, then we write public static void main function, and definition of main function also starts with the help of curly braces, then we define a variable and initialize it as 25 integer variable, and then we write math.sqrt. Math is predefined class in lang package which is earlier imported in our program, and math.sqrt math class contains predefined method sqrt to calculate the square root of a number, and we pass as argument variable a. This will calculate square root of 25 and it will store in double variable b. And now what we do, we print the result is with the help of system.out.println, and we concatenate the result with the help of plus symbol, and the result is available in b variable and we print b. Finally we close the main method, and finally we close the definition of class. This is our program to use package. In our program to calculate the square root of number, we use package lang and predefined class math to calculate the square root of a number. Now we will discuss some MCQs. Which of the following is the correct way of importing the entire package PKG? If we want to import complete package in our program, then the option C is the right choice. Import package dot star. A strict symbol is used to import the entire package. So answer is C. Next question is, which of these keyword is used to define package in Java? To define package in Java, we use package keyword, and keywords in Java always starts with small letters. So answer is option C, package. Which of these is a mechanism for naming and visibility control of a class and its content? So objects, package, interfaces, none of the mentioned. The answer is packages. Answer B. Socket class is predefined in package. Socket class is predefined in which package? Options are A .NET, B IO package, C lang package, and D util package. Answer is A. Socket class is predefined in .NET package. Thank you for watching.